Hi, welcome back to the Wicked Thrifter Resale channel. We're back at it with another What Sold video, so let's get to pulling. First item up that we are pulling is a Jim Shore Santa. Let's see, he's right here. I think he's a Santa, right? Alright, this guy is heading out of here for $26, I think $97 plus shipping. It doesn't have a box or anything. There's no chips or damage. I got this at Goodwill. Yep, $26.97 plus shipping. Alright, let's pull the next one, and then we'll talk about these over here. While I see them, I'm going to grab these guys. I just listed these, I think, last week, and they already sold. So let me get them to the table, and I'll tell you how much here. These are the Target Spirit Birds. These are actually pretty collectible. I don't know, I think it's the more rare or more unique they are, they sell fairly well for me. Those are pretty generic. The birds don't sell very fast. They'll still sell, but they don't sell for as much as these guys or others that are more decorated go for. And we have to have the tag. If you pick them up, make sure they got the tag. Sometimes you'll find them where the fabric or thread that's around the feet are unwoven. You don't want to pick those up. They don't sell. But yeah, these sold as a lot for $65 plus shipping. Let's pull the next one. Next item heading out the door is this vintage RS Prussia Plate. It's just 8.5 inches. It has all the hand painting details on there. I believe it's hand painted. I can't see any marks, but it could be part transfer as well. But it's got the RS Prussia mark on it, and it looks legit. You just gotta be careful with these, because sometimes there are knockoffs, I guess you could say, or fakes. Just because they were at one point, I mean, they still are, but at one point they were worth a lot more money than they are now, so they were faked quite often. So you just want to be aware of that, and then look up, do some research, and find out which marks are true or not. When I first started reselling, the very beginning, I had picked up some RS Prussia pieces, but the mark wasn't this, and it wasn't any of the legit marks. I can't remember exactly what it was, but I paid a little bit for it, and then I was a little disappointed when I found out that it wasn't a legitimate piece. But yep, that sold. I don't know if I said how much it was sold for, but that sold for $35 plus shipping. Next up, we have this Coma pottery planter. I truly don't pick up very many Coma pottery pieces anymore. They just have to be more unique and special, more rare. I look them up. If it looks like something I haven't seen before, I definitely will look it up to see if there's value there. This one had a little bit of value. I mean, they all have value, but a little bit of profit for me in it, so I probably wouldn't pick it up again. However, it's still sold, and it's going out the door for $17 plus shipping. Our next item to pull is a little house trinket box. I think it'll be over in this area. If not, it'll be in my pottery section, but I have another trinket box heading out, which is this Winnie the Pooh one. So I'm going to grab that since I'm over here anyway, and then I'll go hunt the other one down. I'll be right back with that one. It was literally right in front of my face when I grabbed the Winnie the Pooh one. I didn't see it. But anyway, this is a little Cottage Art Pottery like trinket box. Has this marking of 3 dots, and I know that means something. I, for the life of me, couldn't figure it out again. So if you know, let me know down in the comments below. But that's heading out of here for $16.97 plus shipping. And then I also sold that guy. Let me skip ahead to the Winnie the Pooh. That sold for $16.97 plus shipping. I'm also going to talk about these since they're already pulled. I'm going to put this in a nice jewelry box when I send it on out, because that's how I photographed it. But this is an Egyptian revival style gold-filled 6-stone bracelet. And this sold for a decent amount of money. I'll get that packaged up really nice. Let me just check the price on that. It sold for $55 plus shipping on an offer. So not disappointed in that at all. This I won in an auction lot. And it was like a jewelry box filled with jewelry, and that was just one of the pieces that is in there. that I was bidding on it for that purpose. Now everything else after that pretty much is going to be pure profit, because I sold 2 pieces out of that whole jewelry box, and now everything else is just going to be pure profit. Another thing that's sold, and I just actually featured this in a video, I picked it up actually last week and I listed it this morning, and it sold within like 30 minutes. So another sign that maybe I priced it too low, but I'm not going to be disappointed in that sale. I only paid $10.99 for it, and it's heading out of here for $47.97 or $44.97 plus shipping. I'm going to go ahead and get these wrapped up, and then I will pull some more for you. All right, we're back at it. We got a few more items pulled, ready to go. Here is a Monet. It's enameled trinket box in the original packaging here. It looks like it's sold for $30 plus shipping. We also sold another trinket box, and this is a Rollo Pottery trinket box. That sold for $23 plus shipping. You can see it's signed Mexico. It's got a bird. It's really cute. We also sold this little magnet. It's like a clownfish. It has a little charm dangling in its mouth. I have it backwards. Right there. And it's marked on the back. I thought it was anyway. I guess it's not marked, but it's a little pewter clownfish. And this magnet sold for $12.99 plus shipping. I don't know if you can see it very well. I also sold this micro mosaic picture frame. Now they've requested that I take the photo out of there, which I'm going to try. But if I can't do it without damaging it, I'm going to be leaving it in and sending them a message saying, you know, I prefer that you take it out because I don't want to damage the frame. But this sold for $45 plus shipping. I probably could have held out and got a little bit more for this. The frames are like this are generally more rare. You'll find a lot of the micro mosaic brooches, at least in my experience. Maybe in other parts or other areas you can find the frames more readily, but for my area where I find items, I don't very often come across frames. So that was a nice sale. And I also sold this. This was something that was actually like a bonus. I bought one of those shadow box letterman or letterpress trays. Here, I'll show you what I'm talking about. Similar to like this. So people will hang them on the wall and they'll put miniatures or little collectibles inside there instead of using for the antique purpose of the letterpress. But anyway, these are like metal, vintage and antique metal army men. And I just lotted them up and sold them together. And they are heading out for $10 plus shipping. So not a lot of money there, but it wasn't something I was expecting to be able to sell anyway. I bought the lot for the shelf. And this is kind of a nice little bonus on that. And the shelf's already sold and I'm purely in the profit for this anyway. Alright, so those are a few items. Let me go pull some more. I sold a little studio pottery lamp. I actually just listed this guy as well. It's by Ellis Pottery. I believe there's another very well-known pottery that's marked Ellis. It's marked differently, obviously. That sells for a lot more. And I can't remember where they're located. This is, I think, North Carolina. I might be wrong on that. But the other one is in another country. So I'm not sure. But this is heading out for $25 plus shipping. Next item on our list to pull is a glass cat, art glass cat. I see one, but that's not the one I'm looking for. This one has some brown in it. All right, let me locate that guy for you. And then also a lucite. Oh, I see him. And a lucite cat. So I'll pull those and I'll show them. All right, so this art glass cat, it's probably like, I think it's 5th Avenue crystal. These are more common. I probably undersold it a bit, but I sold it for $16.97 plus shipping. There are a lot of these listed, and a lot of people are trying to list them as Murano art glass, and they are not. So, but anyway, it's a cute cat regardless, and it's a nice size. It's larger than normal. Usually they're a little bit smaller, more like this guy. This is a vintage, like resin lucite cat. Has some applied eyes, and you can kind of tell in there there's a bunch of agates and crushed rock. True vintage little figurine there. And that sold and that guy sold for more. So you see, this sold for $12.97 plus shipping. This sold for $20 plus shipping. Lucite and resin figures are pretty in right now, depending on what they are. And cats generally do decent. Owls and some other figures. You also need to look them up, kind of do some research on them and see. But yeah, these are more common, not so common. So those are heading out, and I got a couple more pulls here. This is again another auction item. It was a bonus inside of a jewelry of all things auction lot. It was kind of like a junk drawer jewelry lot, and this was just part of it. And I bid on that and I won. And those were bonus pieces. And those sold for $15.97 plus ship. They actually, I'm not going to take them out, but they still have the battery protector in them. I didn't test them. I didn't want to pull out the protector because I didn't want to have to unscrew it and open it back up. But I sold them as untested and as a lot. Also, I don't pick up these anymore. So this is kind of like a knockoff on Starbucks. I don't know if it is actually a Starbucks mug. It's not branded. I don't know if this is just, like I said, a knockoff or take on the Starbucks logo. But this Merry and Bright mug sold for $6.63 on an offer plus ship. Like I said, I'm not picking up these anymore. I'm strictly sticking to some art pottery pieces that I know sell and do well. Next, we are pulling a couple of Christmas items. Again, another Target find. Well, it wasn't found at Target, but it's a Target item. They're boxed, so I don't know if they're still over here. Yeah, they are. Right, so these Target little sudden nutcrackers are heading out. And then some Three Wise Men. Let me pull those, and I'm going to pull these, and then I'll show you. These are a set of like mache or lacquered bowl ornaments, and they're fish. Go figure. All right, I'll pull that. It's kind of nice. This is going to be shipped in, obviously another box. I'll wrap that up and then secure the ornaments inside before I ship them. But they got this nice little handy box to keep them in. And they're a set of 14 ornaments. Who would have thought? My son picked these up thinking maybe he would have his own tree in his room of fish. I don't know. But anyway, to each his own, and he got me to pick that up, and now we're selling it, and that sold for $22 plus shipping. Sold a resin bird figurine and a set of silverware. Let me pull those, and then I will share those sales with you. So this is a flatware set that I sold. I believe it's called, sorry about that. So this is the flatware set I sold. I believe it is Stanley Roberts Bouquet, and it's stainless steel, and it's a floral, really thin, intricate handle there. And this sold for $8 plus ship. I bought a lot of this and I parted it out. This is like a place setting. I also had some just straight up forks or like spoons, different things, but this is just one set of these, and that sold for $8 plus shipping. I also sold this, I said resin bird, but it's not resin, it's more ceramic. It's harder than that. It's not hand carved or anything, but it's a real hard resin, and it's like a little robin figurine. And it is signed, I thought, Simon on there. But it's sold for, I think, $30 plus shipping. And I also sold these Ray Dunn little wine stemless glasses, naughty and nice. Had those for quite a while. Redone, like I said, it's kind of taken a dive in, as far as what the sell-through is. But these did okay. They're $18.97 plus shipping, but guess how long I had these? Over 2 years. I probably bought these, I think I bought these in 2020. Yeah, they're 2019. But those are heading out plus shipping. I think I just have a couple more, but I'm going to leave it at that, and I'll pull the rest in the morning if anything else comes through. And then we'll get that shipped out. Well, good morning again. We're finishing up pulling the rest of the orders. There actually wasn't any more overnight, so it kind of feels like it got shut down a little bit. Like I said, it seems like eBay is only giving me a certain amount Friday through Sunday, and they don't go over it. So usually the cap is 20 orders total between Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and maybe max 24. And I got 24 orders, and as soon as I got that 24th order, I didn't get any more offers. I didn't get any more sales after that. So we'll see what today brings. But there's a couple more items that I pulled and I forgot to film. This little guy, well, it's not so little, but this item here is a Pipka Santa. I'll throw up an image of what it was that sold. And I already have it wrapped. I'm not going to unwrap it to show you what it was. But that's heading out today. And I believe that sold for $35 plus shipping. And then it was a couple of recipe tin boxes, vintage recipe tin boxes that I got wrapped up too. And that headed out. But that only sold for like $12 plus shipping. Alright, that's going to be wrapping it up for this week's What Sold video. If you have any questions, just drop them down below. Otherwise, have a great week, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.